Andrea Perard.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is Veronica Reina. Ms. Reina is not present. She was personally served on June 30th, 2021 at 2:01 p.m. at 4922 Glen Eagle in Houston, Harris County, Texas. She's not filed an answer. She was further notified of this Zoom hearing by a certified mail return receipt requested, and she has not filed an answer or made an appearance. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
That's correct, Your Honor. That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. We'll proceed by default. Court will
Thank you, Your
note
Honor.
that
And
Court will note that the certified mail notice was delivered on February 8th, 2022. All right, go ahead.
thank you, Your Honor. And Your Honor, the state would also ask you to take judicial notice of the DNA test results, which should indicate that Mr. Tellis is a biological father of the child, Valen.
All right, the court will note that the DNA test report would indicate that the alleged father, Warren Tulos, is not excluded as the biological father of the tested child, Valen Cabrera. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state would call Mr. Tellis. Sir, in regards to the child's last name, you're asking to change that from Cabrera to Tellis. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you, how long have you had possession of the child, Valen?
This baby was 4 months old.
Okay. And
That's when she left.
She was born in July, so you've had her since around November of 2018, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And in regards to conservatorship, you're asking to be named sole managing conservator, with you designating the residence with a geographic restriction to Harris and contiguous counties. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, from our knowledge, there has not been any physical violence between you and Miss Reina per se, but due to her drug use and affiliation with gang members who have threatened to come to your home and cause you harm, you're asking to be named sole managing conservator in this case. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're also asking that your address and information be kept out of this court order due to those threats in the past from Miss Reina, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Okay. And as for possession and access, the child is 2 years old.
I'm sorry?
How old is the child?
3 years old. She'll be 4 in July.
Okay, so she's 3 years old. You are asking to only have supervised visitation for the entirety of this court order every other Saturday from 1 to 5 to be supervised by your sister and at the home of Miss Reina's mother. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And y'all have been consistently doing that since you've had possession of the child. Is that right?
She's only went over there one time, and Miss Reina left her with a babysitter, and Grandma called me to come pick her up. So I tried it, and she.
So with that, but you're indicating that your sister has no issues being the person to supervise any possession and access, and up to the child turning 18. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And your sister currently resides with you. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And at this time, when y'all have tried to exercise visitation, your sister willingly took the child to Miss Reina's home or her mother's home to exercise that visitation, correct?
Yes, ma'am. She's the one that takes her over there. Yes, ma'am.
And it's been very limited and few far in between, but you believe that has the ability of working and could be in the best interest of the child, but you're not comfortable with the mother having non-supervised possession, correct?
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
Now, in regards to child support and medical support, do you understand we're using the minimum wage presumption for calculating child support, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And Miss Reina does have one additional child that we believe is residing with her. Is that your understanding?
No, ma'am. She resides. She's been adopted by Miss Raina's grandmother, or Miss Raina's mom. The grandmother has adopted the other child.
Okay, so that child is, do you know, is Miss Raina currently residing with her mother?
No, ma'am. We don't really know where she lives. That's the address she uses. And that's where she gets to see the baby when she did see her the one time. But I don't know where she lives.
So you did not indicate to a child support officer that Miss Raina has an additional child living in her household?
No, ma'am, I didn't say that.
Okay, let me clarify this, sir. You're saying that the grandmother adopted the child?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. So sorry.
And that was a legal adoption? That she has adoption papers, or she just took the child over?
No, sir. It's illegal. She did it for insurance and for other reasons. I'm not sure, but
Okay.
it's legal. Yes, sir.
So they went through the courts, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who is Dorothy Tulos?
That's my sister.
And she lives at 8723 Glen Eagles Trace?
No, sir.
All right.
She lives at.
All right, there's a problem here, Ms. Perard, with the order. It's indicating on the periods of possession should be supervised by Dorothy Tulos at 8723 Eagles Trace. We need to change that. What is Dorothy Tulos' address?
Well, Your Honor, Miss Tullis lives with Mr. Tullis. She's picking up the child and taking them to the mother's home and exercising the visitation there is what they've been doing.
Yes, ma'am. That's the grandmother's house, and that's where she's taken baby over there to visit.
Dorothy Tulos is then going to take the baby over to 8723 Glen Eagles Trace. Is that correct? For
Yes, sir.
visits.
Yes, sir.
All right. You understand she has to do that every first, third, and fifth Saturdays of each month.
Yes, sir.
Even if the mother doesn't show up, she has to make the child available.
Yes, sir.
Of course, if the mother doesn't show up by say 1:30 or whatever, she can leave, but she's going to have the obligation to take the child over there every first, third, and fifth Saturdays at 1 p.m. You understand?
Yes, sir.
That? Okay.
I spoke with her about it. She's okay with that.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Mr. Pruitt.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, the one situation that we are encountering based on the testimony is whether the mother does have that additional child to receive credit for. Therefore, the proposed order may need to be adjusted for child support to be increased from the 190 to 217 based on if she does not have that additional child residing with her.
All right, we need to make that change. I'll let you submit an amended order.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Or a new order, I would say, not amended, but new.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. So if I can just have him testify to that. So Mr. Tullis, from what we are aware, Ms. Raina has no additional children residing with her. And how is this child covered by insurance?
Medicaid, I do believe.
Are you capable of are you going to be maintaining the government medical assistance for the child?
For which child?
Your child with her. The child.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be getting. Yes, ma'am. We'll eventually be getting insurance.
Well, wait a minute, sir. How is the baby covered right now?
Baby's on Medicaid. I just started a new job.
Well, okay. So you have the baby on Medicaid, correct?
Sir? Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm going to order that you continue that child on Medicaid, or unless you can place the child under medical insurance on your new job, then you can do that. But I want that child to be insured the whole time. You understand?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ms. Raina will reimbursing the state at $50 beginning April 1st of 2022. Is that your understanding and agreement, sir?
One more time. What was it, ma'am? Sorry.
$56 beginning April 1st of 2022.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, giving her credit for the cost of that, your new child support obligation will be changed and it will be set at $217 beginning April 1st of 2022. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
That will be her obligation. You understand that,
Her.
correct? All right.
Now,
Yes,
in
sir.
retroactive support, she has not provided you any financial support since the child was born. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
And since the child was in your possession, which was November of 2018, up through now, you're requesting a retroactive judgment in the amount of $7,790 to be paid back $75 beginning April 1st of 2022. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
That concludes the order, Your Honor. I pass my witness.
All right, the court will approve the order and sign it as soon as the changes made regarding the new child support amount. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Tullis, please do not leave. I'm having the CSO come back over here to talk to you about that correction, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, Judge. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Okay, we have a Garcia children.
Yes.
Yes, Judge, that is going to be a DNA order and
All right, this is cause number 2021-44729 in the interest of Raul, Andrea, and Abigail Garcia. All parties and witnesses, please unmute yourselves and raise your right hands to be sworn.
Este es el caso 2021-44729 en el interés de Raúl, Andrea y Abigail García. Por favor, levanten la mano derecha y prendan su micrófono.
You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
¿Juran decir la verdad, toda la verdad delante de Dios?
Sí.
Yes.
Did I hear the father respond?
No, Your Honor. Señor Raúl García Rangel, por favor, prenda su micrófono oprimiendo estrella 6.
Yes. Ya
Oh.
le puse estrella 6.
All right. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
¿Jura decir la verdad, toda la verdad delante de Dios?
Sí.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
Señora, por favor, diga su nombre y la relación a usted a los niños.
Jacqueline Urquiza Montillo, mamá de los niños.
Jacqueline Urquiza Montillo, and I am the mother of the children.
All right, sir, your name and your relationship to the children.
Señor, su nombre y la relación a usted a los niños.
Raúl García Rangel. Y pues ella dice que soy papá de los niños.
Raúl García Rangel, and she says that I'm the father of the children.
And representing the state.
Andrea Perard.
Y representando el Estado, Andrea Perard.
All right, what are we doing today, Ms. Perard?
Your Honor, today is the case is set for trial. This is a paternity action. At the last court date, we did give Mr. Garcia the opportunity for DNA testing.
Estamos aquí para un juicio para establecer paternidad. En la última audiencia le dimos la oportunidad al señor Rangel que si quería examen de ADN.
On that date, he declined DNA testing for the children and said he was the father.
En esa fecha, él dijo que no quería el examen de ADN y que él era el papá.
He also requested a reset in order to hire an attorney, which he did not do.
Él también pidió tiempo para posponer la corte para encontrar un abogado y no contrató un abogado.
The mother would like to finalize the case today.
La mamá en el caso quiere finalizar la orden hoy.
So
Pero,
it's our position,
perdón,
Your Honor, as to whether or not you're inclined to grant the
¿puedo
DNA
hablar?
test.
Can I speak?
No,
Uh,
it is
Ahorita no,
position
ahorita no.
that
Okay.
you, for Your Honor to make the determination whether he should be granted DNA testing, and if he is, admonish that said testing needs to be completed before the next court date.
Estamos aquí para que su señoría haga la decisión si va a ordenar examen de ADN y si va a ordenar examen de ADN que se tiene que hacer el examen antes de la corte próxima.
So, Mr. Rangel, why didn't you appear for a DNA test?
Señor
Porque no-
Rangel,
no-
¿por qué no
no-
apareció
no.
por el examen de ADN?
Well, Your Honor,
No, porque cuando la primera vez que
he
hablé
declined
con esta
testing last
señorita
time. He
que está
did not
diciendo,
want it.
ella dijo que yo tenía oportunidad de hacerles un test de ADN y yo le dije que lo único que estaba clamando era que esta señora no atiende a los niños, los deja solos, inclusive tenía yo le hablé a ella de que tenía dos
Okay,
videos.
okay, just a minute, Mr. Rangel. Espere un momento.
Ujú.
You were given the opportunity to have a DNA test last time. Is that correct?
Le dieron
Sí.
la oportunidad para pedir un examen de ADN en la última corte, ¿es correcto?
Sí,
And you
Yes.
declined that. You decided you did not want to take a DNA test, correct?
Y usted dijo
no,
que
sí,
no quería examen.
sí lo pedí, le dije a la señorita que sí lo quería hacer.
Yes, I did ask her. I did want one.
Y que iba a mostrar dos videos que yo tengo de que la señora deja solos a los niños.
And I was going to show a video that the mom leaves the children by themselves.
That's not where we are right now. Right now, we're just deciding, are these your children or are they not?
Aquí no estamos ahorita en este
No.
momento. Estamos aquí para decidir si son sus niños o no son sus niños.
Pues no estoy seguro yo.
Well, I'm not sure if they're mine.
And why are you not sure?
¿Y por qué no está seguro que si son los niños?
Por cómo es la señora.
Because how she is.
How is she?
¿Cómo es?
Pues que anda con muchas personas a la misma vez.
She's with several people at the same time.
¿Puedo hablar yo también o hasta que me den la oportunidad?
Wait a minute.
En un-
Okay, Miss Urquiza, has the father ever told you that he's not the father of these children?
Señor Urquiza, ¿el papá le ha dicho que él no es el papá de los niños?
No, él siempre ha dicho que es el papá de los niños y yo estoy dispuesta a que le haga la prueba de ADN porque yo sé que son sus hijos y todo lo que él está diciendo de que ando con uno y con otro, solo Dios sabe que no es así.
No, he's never said that, but I'm willing to agree to DNA test to prove that he is the father. Everything that he says about me is not true.
All right, I'm going to order DNA testing, and the case is reset to what date?
Voy a ordenar examen de ADN y la corte la vamos a posponer a
June 8th, Your Honor.
el 8 de junio.
All right, this matter is reset to June 8th, 2022. Mr. Rangel, if you do not appear for DNA testing, you will be considered the father of these children by law.
¿A dónde tengo que ir o qué es lo que tengo que hacer?
Esta corte la vamos a posponer a junio 8. Vamos a ordenar examen de ADN. Señor Rangel, si usted no se aparece y toma el examen de ADN, usted va a ser el papá legal de sus niños.
¿En dónde tengo que ir?
Where do I have to go to take my test?
You'll have to talk to the AGs about that. All right, thank
Va a
you.
tener que hablar a la oficina del Attorney General y ellos le vamos a decir dónde.
When do they get notice, Ms. Berard? How do they get notice? And when do they get notice?
They will be sent notice via mail. That usually is sent out automatically within 2 days.
Okay,
Señor, le vamos a mover en un cuarto ahorita separado y ahí vamos a explicarle dónde va a tomar el examen y le vamos a mandar la orden de ADN.
Está bien.
Okay, thank you.
So, por favor, no cuelguen. Muchas gracias.
Ok.
We'll let them know that Cece's going to come over and drop them.
Okay.
Maria, if you can put them in a room, please.
All right, this is cause number 2020-28223 in the interest of Aiden and Emela Smith. Ms. Jackson, please unmute yourself and turn on your video. All right, raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the
My name is
children.
Caitlin Jackson. I'm the mother of Aiden and Melissa.
All right, and representing the state?
Andrea Perard.
All right, court will note that the non-custodial parent is Reginald Wayne Smith. Mr. Smith was served under Rule 106 on February 2nd, 2021 at 5:30 p.m. at 645 Highway 290 East, Apartment 201 in Hempstead, Waller County, Texas. He's not filed an answer or made an appearance. Is that correct, Ms. Berard?
That's correct, Your Honor, although we did file a first amendment and send subsequent of that first amended and notice of today's court date by certified mail.
I'm sorry, you broke up. Please repeat that.
We did file a first amended, Your Honor.
Yes.
So sent that by certified mail with notice of the court date. So that documentation should be addressed as well. But yes, he has not filed an answer
All right.
or made an appearance.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. And at this time, the state would call Ms. Jackson. Ma'am, in regards to conservatorship, these two children, you're asking to be named sole managing conservator. Is that correct? I cannot hear you.
Yes.
Okay. And that is based on the fact Mr. Smith has threatened to kill himself, to kill you, and kill the children. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And in regards to possession and access, because of those threats, you're also asking that that be supervised through the domestic relations office. Is that correct? Yeah. Do you feel that that is in the safety of your children and yourself?
Yes.
In regards to child medical support, how are your children covered by insurance?
Medicaid.
We're going to order you to maintain medical assistance, and Mr. Smith will reimburse the state $262 per month beginning April 1st of 2022. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
And we've been able to confirm that Mr. Smith works at Tech Systems and has at least the last 6 months. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
And that he averages gross of $4,371. Credit for the cost of his health insurance. Your current child support for 2 children will be set at $849 beginning April 1st of 2022. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
And in regards to the retroactive child support, you and Mr. Smith separated in March of 2020, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And he has not provided any financial support to you for the children, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And so a portion of that retro was calculated for one child and a portion of it was for two children. The youngest child was born in, I believe, July of 2021, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And that retroactive judgment came out to be $12,699, and that will be paid back at a rate of $116 beginning April 2022. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are asking that your address and information be kept out of this court order based on based on those threats. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
That concludes the order, Your Honor. Pass my witness.
Court will note that the attempted notice of this Zoom hearing by certified mail, that letter went unclaimed, and the court will approve the order as submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
Is Miss Young on the phone or by video? Miss Young?
Judge, she's not on the Zoom ID yet. She said that it's not letting her in. But if you want to move on to another case, we can come back once I get her in the Zoom meeting.
And is she telephonically present or by video?
Telephonically, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so you're going to try to get her back, Miss Sharma?
Yes, Judge, I'm on the phone with her now trying to give her more detailed instructions because she said that she's unable to connect.
All right, well, let's just let me see if we can get her connected before I get into the next case.
Sure.
Jackson's too long.
Miss Young, are you on the line?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is cause number 20, I'm sorry. Hold on just a second. This is cause number 2021-00631. In the interest of Autumn Marie Nicole Teasley, please raise your right hand to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Brianna Nicole Young. My relationship is I'm the mother.
All right, the court will note that, well, okay, representing the state of Texas.
Kavita Sharma, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right, the court will note that Donald Carey Teasley is the non-custodial parent. Mr. Teasley was personally served on March 18th, 2021 at 12:32 p.m. at 7707 Thicket Trace Court in Cypress, Harris County, Texas. He's not filed an answer or made an appearance. Is that correct, Ms. Sharma?
Correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Yes, Judge, and he was also giving a further notice of this hearing via certified mail, Your Honor. Do you have that?
Oh, okay, we're just getting some of this in. Hold on a minute. Well, we're having problems with the printer, evidently.
Yes, Judge. I can share my screen if you'd like, but I have the information as well.
All right, if you'll show me the delivery date. Can you put that up
Delivery
to the
date.
screen?
Yes, Judge.
Wait a minute, we got it. She can share. Have you got a copy of the delivery? Where is it
Judge.
indicated?
Me?
January
All right,
26th.
court will note that Mr. Teasley did not file an answer and was further notified of this Zoom hearing by certified mail. Return receipt requested, which was delivered at 12:43 p.m. on January 26, 2022. We'll proceed by default.
Yes, Judge. I would like to call Miss Brianna Young.
Okay.
Miss Young, how many children are we here for today?
I'm only here for one child today.
And how old is your daughter?
5.
And who is her father?
Donald Carey Teasley.
And how do you know Mr. Teasley is her father?
We were in a relationship for 3 years before I got pregnant. I have proof that he has texted me and let me know that he's the father, that he wanted his family back, but he has not pursued to try to do anything to be a father to my child. So I proceeded to file child support.
Is there a possibility that anyone else can be the father of the child?
No, ma'am.
And are you asking the court to establish a legal relationship today between Mr. Donald Teasley and your child, Autumn Teasley?
There is no legal relationship.
But are you asking the court today to establish a legal relationship, naming him as the father?
Yes.
Thank you. In regards to conservatorship, do you believe that you being sole manager conservatorship is in the best interest of your child?
Yes.
When was the last time Mr. Teasley saw your daughter?
When she was about 1.5, almost 2.
And how would you describe their relationship today?
They don't have a relationship.
Are you asking the court to allow Mr. Teasley to see the child on a standard possession order?
Yes.
And how is your child covered under health insurance?
He is under Medicaid.
And you understand the court is going to order you to maintain that health insurance for your child?
Correct.
Do you have any communication with Mr. Teasley?
I have his cell phone number, but he texts occasionally. Yeah, sometimes he texts, sometimes he doesn't respond back if I text him. But I do still have his current phone number.
Okay. Do you know where he is currently employed?
No, ma'am.
Do you know if he has any other children?
Yes, ma'am. I'm aware that he has a daughter named Journey. She should be about 8 or 9. 8, I think right now she'll be 9, maybe July. And he has another daughter named Harmony.
Thank you. And you understand that in regards to Journey, we have no information for that child as far as support, correct?
Correct.
And you're not for certain if he has any other children outside of the one you just named.
No, ma'am.
And because you don't know where he works, you understand the court is going to order child support based on minimum wage, correct?
Correct.
And are you asking the court to order that Teasley reimburse the medical support at $30 a month beginning April 1?
Yes.
How is the child covered by insurance, ma'am?
By Medicaid.
All right, go ahead.
And any uncovered health insurance costs, Ms. Young, you understand the court is going to order you and Mr. Teasley to split those costs.
Correct.
Are you asking the court to order current child support at $195 a month beginning April 1?
Yes.
And since the child has been born, has Mr. Teasley provided any direct financial support for his child?
No.
And are you asking the court to order retroactive child support from January 6th of 2017 until today in the amount of $12,285?
Yes.
Are you asking the court to order Mr. Teasley pay that at $112 a month beginning?
Yes.
And if court costs should be billed, who should pay those?
Mr. Teasley.
And have you reviewed and signed this order today?
Yes.
Would you say it's in the best interest of your daughter?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to approve this order?
Yes.
Judge, I pass this witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Young, you're free to hang up.
Thank you.
All right, who's handling the Garcia child?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, this cause number 2021-42960. In the interest of Genevieve Garcia, all parties and witnesses, please unmute yourselves. Mr. Garcia, press *6.
Yes.
All right, raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Amy Reyes, and I am her mother.
All right, sir, your name and your relationship to the child.
Francisco Garcia, and I am her father.
All right, and representing the state of Texas.
Kara Mitchell.
We have an original petition and a suit affecting parent-child relationship. We're having a hearing today. Is that correct, Ms. Mitchell?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Do we have any stipulations?
Yes.
Let's read those into the record.
Okay. The parties agree that they will have a joint managing conservatorship where Ms. Reyes is designated as the conservator with exclusive right to designate the primary residence of the child. They will also have a standard possession order with pickup and drop off at the McDonald's located at 6815 Harrisburg Boulevard, Houston, Texas, 77011. Child support will be set at $448 a month, starting April the 1st, 2022. Cash medical support will be $124 a month, starting April the 1st, 2022, and every month thereafter. There's a non-disclosure that will be placed on Ms. Reyes, and then court cost is billed to Mr. Garcia.
All right, and what are the issues then?
The issue is the amount of retroactive child support.
Okay, so far, is this your agreement, Ms. Reyes?
Yes, sir.
So far, Mr. Garcia, is this your agreement?
Yes.
All right, then the only issue we'll be dealing with is whether there should be any retroactive child support. And if there is, what amounts? Okay, let's proceed, Ms. Mitchell.
Okay. Your Honor, I first would like to call Ms. Reyes.
Okay.
Ms. Reyes, please state your full name.
Amy Reyes.
Okay. Have you and Mr. Garcia lived together during this child's life?
Yes, we have.
Okay. When did you separate?
We separated May 14, 2021.
Okay. After you separated, has Mr. Garcia given you any money to support the child?
He has.
Okay.
He has given me certain amounts
Okay.
of money through Cash App.
Okay. And did you send me those Cash App receipts today?
Yes, I did.
And those receipts show the amounts that Mr. Garcia gave you after you guys separated?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. At this time, Your Honor, I'd like to offer Exhibit 1, which is the Cash App receipts showing the amounts that Mr. Garcia has given Ms. Reyes that she gave to us today.
Have you submitted that?
I have.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Garcia, have you looked at those receipts?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you have any objections to me admitting these into evidence?
No, but that there should be more money on there since I gave
Well,
her
no,
money every week.
no. Okay, we're just talking
Yeah,
about this.
yeah, I know.
Okay, no objections.
No objection.
Ms. Reyes, no objections.
No objection.
All right, then State's Exhibit 1 is admitted.
Okay. Ms. Reyes, outside of those receipts, are there any additional amounts that Mr. Garcia gave you that are not shown on those receipts?
No, all he would do was tell me he would give me money. After I would drop her off, and then when I would get there, he would tell me that he didn't have it.
Okay. I pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Gonzalez, do you have any questions of Ms. Reyes?
Questions for her or questions for you?
Yes, no, questions for her right now. We're in trial, so do you have any questions for her?
No questions, but I think that she should be
I'm
straight up
gonna let you,
and not lie to y'all.
hold on. I'm gonna let you say something later. Right
Mhm.
now, do you have any questions for her?
No, that
All
she
right.
can keep lying.
All right. Go ahead, Ms. Mitchell, call your next witness.
Okay, Your Honor, I'd like to call Mr. Garcia.
Okay.
Mr. Garcia, could you state your full name, please?
Francisco Garcia.
Okay. Did you hear me ask Ms. Reyes if you and her lived together during the child's life?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Do you agree that you both lived together during the child's life?
Mm-hmm.
What did you?
Yeah.
Okay. When did you all separate?
Around May
What year?
2021.
Okay. After you and Miss Reyes separated, did you give Miss Reyes any money to support the child?
Yes.
Okay, how much did you give her?
So when I added the money together earlier, I gave her in total around $3,000. I told you earlier.
Okay.
But then I tried emailing them to you, but since the file is too big of attachment, I couldn't get those over. But this is a question I have for the judge. So since she's saying I only gave her in total.
Wait a minute, sir. Wait a minute. You don't have any questions yet.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Garcia, I'm sorry. Outside of the amounts that you're stating, did you give her anything else? And do you have any type of evidence that you could provide for the court?
Yes, I was actually, since I can't get over all the evidence over, can I just send y'all pieces by pieces of how much I sent her through Zelle so y'all can see how she's lying, and also other screenshots that's proving her wrong, that when she used to come over and I used to tell her, here's the money, I will give her the money.
Mr. Reyes, Mr. Garcia, I'm sorry, were you given an opportunity to send that information over?
Yes, but we couldn't get it over to you. But I'm saying if I can retry it again, piece by piece.
Yes, we will recess and see if the AG can receive those, or if he can send them. Otherwise, we're not going to. If they're not in evidence, I'm not going to be able to consider them.
I can send them over right now if y'all give me a few seconds. Do I send them to Carrie Mitchell?
We're going to recess for a minute. Ms. Mitchell, you can talk to him.
Okay.